Hello, movie lovers. Yes, it's that time of the week. It's Friday, and you're with Bob Harrison, Robert Harrison. Yes, there's what they used to call me in my younger days, in my teenage years. They used to call me Lips. Yeah, I had a nickname called Lips because I was a great kisser. Yeah, the girls told me that. They gave me a nickname, Lips. Anyway, that's another story. I'm here to talk to you today about movies. The movies I watched this week. Anybody cares? If they do, well, they'll be watching this. I don't want to say a shout out to the grumpy old gentlemen, the grumpy old bastards. Yeah, those guys. You know who they are. Mike, right? Hello, Mike. James, King James. Mikey, I call him Mikey. There's King James. There's Harry. Harry, my man. Yeah, I hope he's getting well. I do hope he's getting well. And Jay, yes, Jay, I hope he's doing all right also. And who did I forget? Did I forget anybody? Let me see. James, Mike, Harry, Jay. Oh yes, Sir In of Wales. So I want to say hello to those 5 gentlemen. And the reason I'm doing that is just to see who's watching my videos. So if any of those 5 like to say hello to me, I would say hello back. So let's talk about the movies I watched this week. And you notice my window, my curtains are down, they fell down. I do have to put them up on the ceiling now. Put brackets on my ceiling, screw them in, with the gun and all that stuff. But that's another project for a younger man. And I have somebody that I really appreciate that's going to do it for me. So there you go. And his name is Seamus. Yes, a lovely young man. Anyway, let's talk about the movies I watched this week. So you're like, gee, shaky, shaky. Oh boy, right down to your toes, people. That's lovely for you, man. That part of hair between your toes and all over your body and everywhere else. Well, everywhere else. I don't know where everybody is. Anyway, I watched High Crimes. Yes, High Crimes. This one here. Ashley Judd. Jug. Judd. Jugs. What am I talking about? Ashley Judd and Morgan Freeman. High Crimes. A fast-paced thriller with a great twist. It's alright. Morgan Freeman and Ashley Judd are sensational. Judd stars as Claire Kubick, a smart and sexy attorney whose perfect world comes crashing down when the FBI charges her husband with the murder of innocent civilians during a Corvette Army operation 15 years earlier. Aided by the shrewd ex-military lawyer Freeman, Claire fights to clear Tom's name, but gets too close to exposing a government cover-up in the process. Now she must risk her career and even her life to find the truth. Pretty good movie. Kind of suspenseful too at the same time. Oh yeah, it's good. It's alright. You gotta watch it. This one, hey, everybody knows this one, The Fugitive, Harrison Ford, 1993. To take on the TV series that was on, TV was in the 60s? Yeah, I used to watch that show in the 60s too. I shouldn't say that, but it gives away my age. I don't want anybody to know that I'm old. Anyway, yeah, Harrison Ford. What did I give this one? An 8. I gave this an 8. What did I give High Crimes? I never even mark it down, but I'll give it a 7. High Crimes, that's a 7. It's really worth a watch. So, yeah, Harrison Ford, The Fugitive. I think I have the other one too, The Fugitive too, but I don't remember too much about it. So, anyway, I think I do, but I'm not positive, as always. What else did I watch? Okay, blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, I watched one of those Perry Mason movies. that I've been watching for the last few weeks on TCM. Yeah, Saturday mornings. Yeah, that's just, I don't know. This program. He's supposed to be a lawyer, but he's never in. He's never in. He's never there. He's always solving crimes and stuff. Anyway, it's one of those Perry Mason movies. And then on a Saturday afternoon, I think I watched the Clint Eastwood movie that I already have, but I didn't even write the name of it down. So that doesn't really matter. I probably sit here and doing stuff and roaming around and watching Clint Eastwood movie at the same time. It's one of those things. More in the background than actually sitting on the couch watching it. And then I watched the movie channel. It seems so interesting that I watched it. I'll never get that time to get back, you watch something and you're watching and you're waiting and you think something's going to happen and you end up waiting anyway. You're thinking, this movie's dumb, I'm not watching. But you do, actually finish watching the movie, and then you sit there going, oh, that's a stupid movie. What's the point of that movie? Like, all these questions you're asking yourself, because you actually sat there and watched it, right? Anyway, it's called The Assistant. I think it's from 2019. Yeah. Woman deals with working as a helper for an insufferable social media celebrity. She's more of a cleaner-upper. She cleans up donuts off table and puts coffee cups away, and it's just a terrible movie. Is there such a thing as a terrible movie? I gave it a 3. You watch it at your own peril. It's called The Assistant. Julia Gardner. Gardner? Yeah. Anyway, I gave it a 3. And then I turned around and watched a Chaplin movie. Yeah. From 1936. I'm pretty sure it's called Modern Times. Yeah, so I went from The Assistant to Modern Times. Pretty sure it's Modern Times. Yeah, the tramp copes with the industrial age. He's working at this place, right, where he's stamping things and, all this modern stuff, right? Modern, working stuff and everything you can imagine. Anyway, he's in there. And then I think pretty sure he gets fired from there. But then it says, the explanation of this movie is, the tramp copes with the industrial age with the help of an orphan girl he befriends along the way. Yes, there's a girl that he befriends, and yes, they get together, and I don't know how old she's supposed to be, if she's an orphan girl or not, but anyway. But in the beginning of the movie, she looks like she has a father and 2 sisters, because she steals bananas and she takes them home, and she gives them to her father and to her 2 sisters in a house. So I don't know how she's an orphan girl, but anyway, that's what it says, and that's what she does in the movie. And she meets up the tramp, and she betters herself, so she thinks she's dancing in this bar, and anyway, you can't ask questions about movies because you never get the answers. But it's fun. It's a fun movie. Charlie Chaplin. It's a fun movie. I gave it an 8. I was laughing my head off, okay? Charlie Chaplin. I'm always laughing my head off. Anyway, I give it an 8. Oh, yeah, and here's another one I watched. This one I want to get. I want to see if I can buy it somewhere or somehow. I've seen it a few times over the years because I liked it. I like watching it. Time out for a break, people. Can't be talking about movies all the time. That's good. Oh, excuse me. Burp there. And then I watched American Splendor. That's the movie. American Splendor, starring Paul Giamatti. You know him, right? He's in that. What is that? Billions on Showcase or something. But he's been in a lot of movies, eh? Paul Giamatti. Yeah. Oh yeah, lots of movies. He stars as Harvey Pekar. Little kids used to call him Pecker, but his name's Pekar. He's with the Underground Comics. Remember back in the late 60s, early 70s? Underground Comics. Yeah. So he's at that. It's about him and all the crazy shit he gets himself into. right? And then he gets married for like the third time. And it's an interesting. It's about comic books, old records, 78s. He likes those. He collects those and sells them. But very interesting movie. If any is like back in the 60s, 70s, were into the underground comic books, like I was. I don't have any in the underground. I might have one or two. I don't have any. Is that the right way to say? I don't have any underground comic books left. I sold them all a long, long time ago. Huh? I don't have room for everything, but I sold them all. American Splendor, I gave it an 8. You want to find it somewhere, search for it. If you like underground comic books and stuff like that, you'll watch it. It's good. I like it. I gotta buy it somewhere. And then I watched Ice Road. Yeah, Ice Road. I watched it on Netflix, of course. Liam Neeson and Lawrence Fishburne. He was in it for a while. First half hour of the movie. Yeah, they have to go across the Manitoba. They're in Manitoba here in Canada. And now it's April and their ice is getting a little thin. But they're sent on a mission to take these drilling things or these pipes or something to a place where there's men in a cave. And the men are slowly, oxygen, right? They're dying there slowly. So him and 2 trucks leave this place together to get to there to help the men get out of the cave-ins. But there's more to it than what I'm saying, and I really can't tell you about it because it will spoil the movie, and I don't want to do that for you. I usually don't do that. So I gave it a 7. It's all right. It's a good movie. I like it. And then I watched The Starling. Yeah, about a man, lady on a house. They have a baby. Things are good for them. The baby, of course, dies. And then they both, things happen. He gets committed or he puts himself into a facility, where he's not, you have to take care of him. He just doesn't want to do anything. And his wife stays at home and she works, she has a job, and she tries to, be all right, but she has her moments too and stuff like that. Then there's this Starling family, right? They're out in the front yard in a tree, and she goes out there and tries to clean up the garden, and the Starling attacks her and cuts her in the face, gives her a little swipe. She goes and sees this doctor, but it's I can't say anything more about it. As always, I'll spoil it for you. But it stars Melissa McCarthy. And in this movie, Melissa McCarthy is the mother, as a lady that stays home as her husband is in a nut house. I don't know if you should say a nut house, but So I thought this movie was very well done. And that's, like I said, Melissa McCarthy does a very good job as the mom. I give it a 7. And then I watched Kate on Netflix also. Seems like I watched Netflix a few times this week, I should say. Yeah. She's a, killer. She kills people. Like all these movies, these John Wick type. This John Wick. It's got, John Wick all over it, right? She's a killer. She works with this guy or for this guy. What's his name? Woody Harrelson? He's in everything. That guy, every time you turn around, this guy's in a movie. Woody Harrelson, right? Anyway, somebody poisons her. She got 24 hours. She got 24 hours to find out who poisoned her. Right? Those type of movies, one of those movies, right? Somebody poisoned her. She goes around killing everybody to try to find out who poisoned her. Shoots people in the head, breaks their legs, breaks their backs, stabs them, shoots them. I don't know, but a lot of action. If you like action movies, watch Kate. I gave it a 7. What else? Oh yeah. What else? Well, here am I. What is this? Robin Hood. 2010's Russell Crowe's version, or his version, or whatever, of Robin Hood. Yeah, a very well done movie. Yeah, I liked it. And what did I give that? I gave it an 8. Yeah, lots of fun, lots of stuff in this one. Sword fights, you know, make those big friggin' swords. Yeah, I haven't seen this movie in donkey's ages, but I gave it a watch and I liked it. I really liked it. It's an 8 out of 10. I gave it an 8 for Robin Hood, Russell Crowe, 2010. And then I watched this movie. What is it? I watched The Fighter, true story. True story. Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, Funky Bunky Bunch. I watched that based on a true story. Mark Wahlberg and his brother Christian Bale. And Christian Bale does a good job as a junkie. You know, he's always twitching and you know he's all this and that. And Amy Adams. Who likes Amy Adams? I forget now. Somebody like Amy. She looks cute in her underwear walking around. Yeah, so it's a true story about a fighter. And he can't do much because his friggin' family's a bunch of nutbars. He's got one brother, Christian Bale. He's got 7 sisters. 7 sisters yapping their faces off like this, right? But anyway, it's a true story. And it's worth a watch. If you come across The Fighter, watch The Fighter. I can't tell you any more about it because it'll spoil it, but it's based on a true story. There were these 2 guys, you know, and he was a good, well, decent fighter. He went all the way up to the top. He won some fights, made a few bucks, and they make a movie out of you for your life. Can't beat that. And then I watched That's It. That's It. Can you believe that? The Fighter. Yeah, that's it. Fighter. Oh no, wait a minute. Oh yeah, okay. I didn't even write this one down. But anyway, The Barefoot Contessa. Yeah, 1954. The Barefoot Contessa, starring Humphrey Bogart and Ava Gardner. Ava Gardner's hunky-dory in this one. She's gorgeous, all made up and looking nice. And yeah, well, they go looking for a girl nude face, right, to put in movies back then. So they go over to what is it, Spain, right? She's dancing in this club, you know, the click, 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 stuff like that. And, well, yeah, they get her to make movies, and anyway. It's not a bad movie. It's not a great movie. Nothing happens in it. There's no action. It's more story, and you know, she wants to be loved. She's like a Cinderella, and she's looking for love, and you know, it's a sad movie in a roundabout way. You know, it's a sad story, and yeah, The Barefoot Contessa. I gave it a 6. It's not exactly sitting there on the edge of your couch watching a movie, but it's not a bad story. I gave it a 6. A 6 for The Barefoot Contessa, starring Humphrey Bogart and Ava Gardner. That's it, people. It's the movies I watched this week. Yeah, the curtains are not hanging there. I had to take them down, put them away until they get fixed. And it's a very lovely day here in Toronto. It's nice and cool. It's not hot or anything. It's cool. And there's the blue sky out there all day. Now it's starting to get a little gray out there, but you know, I went for a walk. Yeah. And tomorrow will be Saturday, this Saturday anyway, tomorrow. The Rick and Bob show will be in here, or Bob and Rick show, whatever you call it. I always say the Rick and Bob show or the Bob and Rick show. Yeah. So yeah, Rick will be here tomorrow. We'll be watching a couple of movies, you know, doing what we usually do, smoke some dope, listen to some records, you know, just a regular Saturday with us 2 crazy guys. But yeah, so stay tuned for later on this weekend. You'll get a Bob and Rick show episode. So there you go. All right? All right. I'll talk to you later. Have a good week watching those movies, and hug your mother. You can hug your father too if you want, but I like saying hug your mother. If you got a mom and dad left, give them a hug for me, because I don't have my mom and dad anymore. My mom and dad both passed away years ago. But you gotta love your mom and dad, eh? Yeah. My mom used to take us to the shows all the time. Yeah, she used to bundle us all up and hit the road and go to the shows together, go to the movies. Yeah. She'd buy us popcorn and drink to share, and yeah, we'd watch some crazy movies together. My mom and my sister Dale never went, but I went, and Donnie went, Ricky went, and Sammy went, and I'm pretty sure, I think Betsy went too. Yeah, my mom used to take us out Saturday afternoons for a show. Always a good time. Call it running the roads, people, running the roads. All right, until next week.